this is going to be part 7 of Tales of Innocence R. Anyways, I moved a little bit forward in the game to the end of this really short dungeon, because nothing really was going on, so figured I would level up a little bit. Basically all that happened is we get to the town of Galpos, and we find out that somebody's stealing the fruit harvest, and when we confront that person, they run away. Anyhow, isn't this the memory spring? The people might have forgotten it, but it seems that this place was also in contact with Cielo, and the church's influence was eroded here. Thanks to the abundance of natural resources, Cielo's blessings were not regarded as highly here compared to other regions. That is why the land itself is worshipped as a god. Boring lecture, ain't interested. But Hermie, you should know that you have ties to the land. What do you mean? This was once the center of a religion that worshipped nature in the form of a dragon. That dragon is the one we know as Varitra. Oh, so they should have offered me fruits then. Good idea, Hermie. Let's make them offer us food. Okay. So Galpos' religion, like Garam's, centered around nature. Since the area often experiences typhoons and floods, it's only natural they revered dragons, who were commonly associated with water. I wonder if Varitra heard the voices of the people around here. The people's faith supported Cielo, so there's no doubt about it. That's good. If it's Varitra, there's no doubt she would have answered back. Of course, it's because they worshipped her that they erected monuments in her name. Yeah, for some reason that makes me feel happy. But because of that, the people of this island are oppressed by the church. Yeah, people have forgotten their faith towards Varitra. These old ruins are proof of that, alongside records hidden within the church. I feel like it's better if we don't talk about this in front of Hermie. I see, so I was once a god. Yes. And what did Varitra do for them? Who knows? I'm just asking a simple question here. What kind of answer is that? You see, people pray if they want peace of mind. They turn towards Cielo on their own accord. Whatever they pray for does not matter at all. Was that the case? I've prayed because I want to, not because I needed certain things. And you're okay with that? Of course I am. I don't get it. It's not like it'll fill my stomach if I'm just praying. Anyways, Ashura says, Cerberus told me how to use the Genesis and about the will of the primordial giant. Raise up proof of your devotion and trust. If you do so, I will manifest. What about that troubles you, Lord Asuda? What did the primordial giant mean when he said devotion and trust? How exactly do I raise proof of such? Perhaps I'm too barbaric, but I can only think of how I'm supposed to sacrifice something. Is that really it? Says Orifel. Have you thought of something? Indeed, I've been thinking about its true meaning ever since I heard about it from you. Devotion and trust. Both parties must satisfy such conditions. In other words, you and the one closest to you must present both of your power to the giant. Perhaps that's the meaning. I see. The one closest to me. How wonderful. As I am now, it's possible. In your debt. Still not explaining very much, but whatever. Just now, they both seem to be talking about how to use the Genesis. Do you remember something, says Sion, who is the person that we're chasing in here, with his dogs, Sir and Barris. Clever. Anyways, Hermana says, I think that dog boy had a name. What was it again? I told you my name is Sion, didn't I? Don't call me dog boy. Right. Come closer and I'll give you a hug. What are you talking about? I just want to know where to find the Genesis. cooperate with Lady Mateus. I have no idea what you're planning, but we have no intention of cooperating with Mateus. That's right. You're definitely being used. If you're planning on deceiving me, it's impossible. The church takes care of us, and the rehabilitation program protects us. People cursed with being reborn into the world, who have the misfortune of being abused by humans. Everyone will be saved and taken to a utopia. That is Lady Mateus's ideal, rather. Yes, the reincarnated are being gathered, but they're not being protected. Most of them gathered by the church are being used in research and war. We know that Mateus has an involvement with this. We clearly heard that the reason that she was gathering reincarnators is for the church's propaganda. That can't be. I'm not going to be deceived. Don't make me look stupid. It can't be helped. An ignorant brat is always going to look stupid. Why don't you go home and take a closer look at your ideals? So, you really are making fun of me. Hey, it's fine being stupid. Why don't you come with us instead of staying with Mateus? What? Look, relying on somebody like that, just because you don't have any friends, isn't a good deal. That's why we'll be friends with you. Huh? What? No, I won't be fooled. Anyways, he's attacking us. As expected. Fancy. Anyways. Why are you getting in my way? I need the utopia. There's no place in this world for the reincarnated. That's wrong. Come here. Do you want Sis Angie to give you a hug? Look, her boobies are huge. My breasts aside, let us get along from now on. Kids like you need people to help watch over them. Didn't I tell you? I won't be deceived. What would you know? No one hated you from the start. You weren't born like me. The only one who understands me is Lady Mateus. That child's eyes, they were just like Ashura's when he was young. I'll do it for you. Even if you don't want to, I'll do my best. Having been exposed to a memory spring, your style has grown and new abilities can now be acquired. Anyways. Cerberus, the guardian of the Genesis and Hell's watchdog. Hey, Angie, do you know why they call him that? I believe it's because the cave Cerberus resided in was called Hell. That place is where spirits wait until it's their time to reincarnate, but it's a little bit different from actual Hell. Oh, really? I was unaware of that. I suppose it's more like a solitude. Cerberus was protecting the Genesis inside a cave so nobody could use it for nefarious means. That's what he's always done, no matter how much he was reborn. That's his role. He always had to drive away anyone that approached on his own, since that was his duty. You can say that eternal loneliness is the same as Hell itself. That's why Cerberus was known as Hell's watchdog. Eternal loneliness. Indeed, it might be Hell itself. I see, that child Scion never knew how to rely on others in his previous life. That's why even the slightest bit of kindness was enough to win him over to Mateus' side. That's why we have to do something about it. He's already seen enough hell in his previous life. What's with the long face? Do you want me to cuddle with you or something? No. It's just that after meeting Scion, I've started to see reincarnators in a more unfortunate light. Scion's different compared to the rest of us. I don't think he's a good reference point to look at that. I suppose in his case he's been wrought with misfortune since the day he was born. Ilya says right, that's why he has to work hard to take back his own happiness. I think it's better if Scion lives a happy life. If that's so, I'd have to believe you'd say that since you're also a miserable type. Thinking about it, maybe I'm not really unhappy. Maybe that's true, but rather you were never happy in the first place. You've rich and you've come to meet a lot of people in this journey. Compared to the kid we knew before, you should be happier than this. Right, I'll try to be more grateful. Not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do next, but we'll figure it out eventually. Hermana says, I guess she sighs. Spada said, what's up with that? Scion must have been lonely. Was he? Not letting others approach, he protected the Genesis alone. That's so sad. Oh, his past life was as a dog, so it was a dog's life. Mateus must have been using that to take advantage of him. That's why he trusts her so much. If they're just gonna say the same thing, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip that. Anyways. Meanwhile, at the Privy Council, at the Imperial Capital, everyone seems to be present. Let's hear your report, Gardel. I've heard from an informant that they're still steadily gathering information about the Genesis, but their freedom ends here, and soon enough I shall be sending in the Venoms. Excellent, I've heard that they're quite skilled. Do you plan on gathering information by torturing them? There's no need for me to waste my time through such means. With our current technology, we can just extract their memories instead. Torture seems to require a lot of resources anyhow. If that's all, please excuse me. Arrogant as always. Well, he's useful. Next is Oswald. About the results decoding the manuscripts, we managed to validate that the legends in the scriptures originate from reality. And the verse which states that all of us were once from Cielo, that we were powerless gods who were exiled, is in fact true. Then, if we take back that power, which we lost, we can become gods once more. Indeed. And when we take back our powers and become gods, we'll rule over all of Taro, and Cielo will rise once again. A nation of gods, a utopia. Oh, the Genesis. If what the legends say about it are true, then it must not fall into anyone's hands. If such a thing allows for the creation of a new world, then it'll be a threat to our country. That's why we must acquire it as soon as possible. That being said, Gartle will soon become a hindrance to our plan. Isn't that why we have Oswald? Understood. I would like to inform you, sirs, that the preparations have been finished. Fine, once Gartle has finished extracting the memories, you're free to do as you see fit. I can't wait. Oh, Oswald. If only you were more useful on duties aside from war. He's still young. Let him be. Right. Give him a couple hundred more years before he grows up. I'll end my report here, says Oswald. Then let's end the meeting here. Seek Utopia in unison. Creepy motherfuckers. Gots to get murdered. How are we going to get to Tenos? By ship? We can't sail there because of the war. We're gonna have to go from Marmot. There's a high chance that Tenos might have placed blockades around its port. There's no more need for us to get into unnecessary trouble. Since we already have a ship of our own, there's no need for us to worry about departure time, so we can look around the town for a bit. You say the smartest things. Agreed, let's go. Ricardo, is something wrong? No, don't worry about it. Let's go. Can I help you? Angie, aren't you heavy? Perhaps it is true that my clothes have gotten tighter lately. To think that she can tell by looking. I must exercise more. Angie, why are you sad? You're not happy that your boobs are so big? I don't get it. Oh boy. Hermie, do you have a moment? It's fine, what's the matter? Angie's stomach okay? Did it get wrecked or something? No, she just eats a lot, so I worry. Oh, it's gonna be fine. She basically has a bottomless stomach. It won't get destroyed no matter how much she eats. Oh, that's why she eats a lot. That being said, you better be careful around her. When she's hungry, she can eat almost anyone. Really? What a monster. Dear me, how rude of you to call me that. Don't you agree? Angie, would you mind elucidating what it is you were just discussing? It's nothing that interesting. Hermie, I'm sorry. Oh, Hermie, do not worry. I'm not a monster, nor do I eat people. Hermie said it as a joke. Also about Angie eating Coda in an emergency? Also a joke. That said, I have something important to do, so if you'll excuse me. She ran away. It must be really important. How exactly are we going to head to Marmot? There's no need to worry about that. Huh? Who are you, and what do you want with us? Don't move, we're arresting you. Damn, they found us. QQ, stop. Conway, why are you stopping her? Let's beat him up. I think it's in your best interest to listen to Conway. Now don't move. Ricardo, you bastard. I believed that you were the type to honor your contract, but apparently I was wrong. So, you're a traitor. No, Ricardo, how could you? This is something that takes priority over my contract. Nothing personal, just turn yourselves in. At least tell us why. The man called Gartle is my older brother. In my past life, that is. Ah, so Thanatos. The one that was banished from Ratio? It seems there's more to your betrayal than I once thought, so I'll believe in you for the time being. Matthias says, oh my, there seems to be some familiar faces here. So you're the one behind this. What have you done to Ricardo? What have I done? You just haven't realized the situation yet. You escaped from rehabilitation and worst of all, attack my beloved believers. It's because of you that reincarnators are seen as monsters. This is a crime, you know. By the authority granted upon us, we have the right to deem your sentence. Deem our sentence? The church never had such an authority. Child, you of all people know this well. We, the church, have power through the Privy Council. So the rumors that the church is being backed by them is true. Enough. You lot are sentenced to lifelong confinement in Grigori Village. Sparing you is the least I can do as a fellow reincarnator. So, you're the Overlord. What are you planning to do after getting the Genesis? You'll know eventually. Put him in the brig. Getting kidnapped every half an hour in this game. Ilya says, "Don't touch me, pervert." Hermana says, "Don't touch me, pervert." Spada says, "Damn you, let go of me, I can walk on my own." So original, having two similar people say the same thing back to back. Grigori's hometown. And they took us pretty far north. It's cold here. Doesn't look like there's any good food. This is the hidden village of the Grigori. You'll spend the rest of your life here. You may do as you like, just don't cause a commotion. Should you decide otherwise, your abilities can easily be sealed. Kind words. You planning on taking a vacation in Galpos with all that cash? Spada, don't blame Ricardo. But Angie, he sold us off. Say what you will. There's a village ahead of here. Feel free to roam around. You bastard. Stop being so arrogant. Don't run away. Fight me. What's gonna happen to us now? Who knows? That was Mateus. Pretty lame of her to hide behind a mask. Damn right, she's as shady as she looks. Angie says, "I wish I could have gotten a better glimpse of the ideals that drive her. Although I know such an action is rude, I feel a strong need to refute them to her face." Damn, Angie's mad. Are you mad because the private count, Syl, or whatever's backing her up? Faith is supposed to be a natural occurrence. Cozying up to political power in order to propagate faith is contradictory to what I believe in. But didn't you mention that the church in Naus used to possess a lot of political power? That was before the church and the state separated into two entities, something that had happened long ago. To think that they're trying to merge again, I do not believe that someone like her would simply forget the doctrine. She's serious. The light-hearted vibe she usually portrays is gone. Are you listening to me? Sure. Then may I continue the discussion? Bye. Sheesh, right after the conversation started to get good. You two, come back here. Don't speak with me, says the guard. I don't care. Basically, they're speculating about whether or not Ricardo has betrayed them. And apparently it takes more than one skit to do that. So we're just gonna kind of glaze through that. The party is annoyed that they are imprisoned. And as they are kids, they become easily bored, I suppose. So, nothing too interesting there. I've been kind of skipping over some of these skits because a lot of them are very repetitive and it's getting old. I only have so much ability to speak without getting worn out a little bit here. So there's no new stuff. Looks like we can leave, but we're trapped on some island, so that's not terribly useful. We're not allowed to leave the island, and not everyone's happy about that. No shit. plague bearers. First you destroy Cielo, and now you plan on bringing ruin to Terra. Or Terra, or whatever this other world is called. They do a really bad job explaining what's going on with that. Now that you destroyed Cielo, you're planning on destroying this world too. Good job creating unique dialogue for these NPCs. Everyone in this village thinks reincarnators are a plague. We want off the island. Something Ricardo. No new information has been divulged. Gardel says, we have no time for delay. Other Terrans have grown interested in the Genesis. What are you planning to do? And why are you imprisoning them here? I shall tell you. I plan to thoroughly extract their memories. For that, a simple surgery is enough. Is such a thing possible? I thought you promised not to put them in harm's way. Rest assured, I guarantee that the surgery will not harm their bodies. If that's the case, it'd be better to let them roam about, retrieving their memories like they've been doing already. Surgery is unnecessary. Did I not say that there is no more time for delays? Surgery is more efficient. Still, enough. I can only guarantee their lives. Whatever happens next is not within my jurisdiction. Letting them live the rest of their lives here in peace is better than being used by the church and the military. Ignorance is bliss, I say. I still can't bring myself to agree with such a thing. There's no need for your consent. You're just another wheel in the cog, younger brother. Oh yay, more douchebags. Shocker. Blah blah blah. We're just talking about the gods viewed humans as inferior. Nothing terribly shocking about that. You'll be stuck here forever. You damn reincarnators. Good day. What? There's not much to see here, but enjoy your stay and settle down. And don't worry, I just like saying it. Anyway, if you have melange gel, can you give me some? Why not? Alright, he gave me a magic mist, which helps you escape battle more quickly, which is not needed. Well, all the skits are dead, so maybe we'll go outside and see if anything new happens. Nope. My, I take it you're in good health? You bastard, have you come to challenge us? No violence, it might end up worse for us that way. I was just wondering how you guys are being treated. If you're so curious about how we're doing, then you shouldn't have betrayed us in the first place. Indeed. How long do you think we'll be here? You're being detained here as criminals. Worst case scenario, a life sentence. Are you freaking kidding me? Hear me out for a bit, but first, let's prepare lunch. Can't be helped. Let's eat. Okay. I wonder what's gonna happen. Isn't it obvious? We're trapped here. I'll never get to respond to my father's expectations of inheriting the business. Isn't that nice, though? I'm only a nuisance to my dad. You live in a military household, do you not, Spada? Wouldn't your father have high expectations? I have a lot of older brothers. There's nothing for me to inherit. Then won't you become a knight in the future? That would be hard, but not impossible. I always wanted to take pride in protecting someone. That's very much like you. How about you, Ilya? The village I grew up in is slowly settling in, so it doesn't have a school yet. That's why someday I'll build my own school and I'll be the principal. Are you serious? That's so not you. Don't you have to study a lot for that? Oh, shut it. I just have to try harder from now on. Starting now, I'll study more. Maybe I'll hire you as a teacher when the time comes, Ruka. That'd be nice. To be honest, I'd rather be a doctor. Oh, I'm sure if you're trying your best, Ruka, you'll be a splendid doctor in no time. Well, I don't really want to end up working with my dad in the family business. How about you, Angie? Well, I'd like to get back to work at the church near the countryside. I would grow food and give alms to believers and live plainly, except during festivals, of course, and perhaps relishing the local wine in a hot spring. That sounds like paradise. Angie, you really are a realist. If it's you, you could probably pull it off. Everyone has nice dreams. I never even thought about my future. That's fine, you're still a kid after all. You'll figure it out eventually. No, I want everyone to listen to my dream too. Then why don't you enroll in my school? Dear, I believe it's better if she becomes my apprentice. Let us spend our peaceful days in leisure. Both sound good, but the most important question is if Ilia's school is gonna serve lunch or not. How about it, sis? And Conway? First of all, I'm still not old enough to be called an uncle. Coda's sleepy. And passes out. Oh, come on, Coda. Did you eat too much again? Oh no, the food was drugged. Nap time. Take them to the operating room. Let's squeeze out all their memories. What's the matter? Yeah, kinda figured. Anyways, I guess we're dreaming. It would seem that Ratio has been amassing a lot of power as of late. Varitra says how foolish, gathering Terran souls to regain their strength. They've already ceased focusing on Cielo's maintenance, and instead devote everything to the war. How far they've fallen. Terrans were once the same as us gods. We have no idea what power that their souls hold. They may gain access to power surpassing that of ours. Don't lower your guard. I understand. It's fine. It's just us here. You can call me Mom, as you used to whenever we're alone. Can we halt their recovery if we target the Reapers? The brothers, Thanatos and Hypnos, will be quite troublesome to deal with, but for now, it's best we leave them alone. Why? Thanatos has been enthralled with Taro. He will soon relinquish his responsibilities as a Reaper. Hypnos will then follow. For now, it's best for you to be patient. I see. Well, I guess I'll leave him alone then. Wakey wakey, hands off Snakey. I'm on a boat again. Ricardo, what happened? What about everyone else? They haven't died, have they? Ruka, be quiet. The ground is moving. Huh? Aren't we on a ship? I don't feel so good. Is it time for more food? Where are we? What happened? Is everyone alright? Ricardo, what's the meaning of this? I'm sorry, everyone, for using you. That's not really an explanation. If I recall correctly, I told you guys that Gardel was my older brother. Ever since I met him in Naos, I knew his form might have been different, but I knew that he was once the person I called brother. Afterwards, I hired you, right? But at that time, you came with us. After the battle, as if speaking straight into my mind, he told me, if you're Hypnos, listen to my request. And then that's when you decided to betray us? I had no intention of doing such a thing, I just wanted to know his motive. Is that man really my brother? Was he the kind older brother that threw everything away from mankind? I had to make sure. Then, since you saved us, he wasn't? Yes, Thanatos is with us no longer. His love for tarot and his obsessive suspicion towards reincarnators has eaten away his mind. They've become part of tarot. My brothers, no, Thanatos, I mean Gardel rather, has decided to never forgive their existence. What did he intend to do with us? He was going to extract your memories. The Grigori had a technology, and there was no guarantee that you'd retain your sanity after the procedure. Hold on, so the Privy Council is backing the Church while also having a huge influence on politics, am I right? Does that mean that the army, the Church, and the government are all allied with one another? Ricardo says no, the way Gardel explained it. Everyone's pretty much working inside their own interest. Gardel only intended to cooperate in order to get his hands on the Genesis faster. But because the Privy Council has started to move towards the Genesis, he wasn't able to implement those measures. That being said, did you intend to protect us all along? I'm sorry, though a simple apology won't ever be enough. That's the best I can do. And all of your dreams, let me help you achieve those. Children are beings who live off dreams, and they're meant to be fulfilled, so please let me help you. So you were listening to us, right? At that time I realized what I'm supposed to do. To protect your future, I won't let anyone else obtain the Genesis. When you put it that way, there's no way we can't forgive you. Let us reinstate your contract then. I'll be in your care. Ruka says, why don't we go to Tenos to look for another memory spring? Right, but as it is now, the route by sea is sealed off. That's why we have to land at Marmot and head for Tenos. I brought some equipment from the Grigori warehouse. It's best for all of you to rest right now. Okay. Anyways, everybody's gonna have a nap, I suppose. Oh, cute. Let me guess, Coda's gonna say something about being hungry. Shocker. And Ilya will probably be a bored bitch, like she always is. I guess Thanatos fell in love with a human girl, and that's why he's been going to tarot so often. Yeah, and he just always says the same stuff. Oh, I'm merely here as a witness. I just want to see what happens. QQ only wants to explore. Ilya only wants to be a bitch. Coda only wants to eat. Angie wants to talk about religion. Hermie is basically just concerned with the kids at the orphanage. And Spada is a sword turned into a human. And they're kind of all one-note characters that way. Are you mad about Ricardo? I guess. Can he still come with us? Just because he betrayed us once means that you'll never forgive him? That's not it. I'm mad because he didn't tell us about his brother. I have no idea what he was thinking at the time, but aren't we supposed to be allies? That's why I'm mad. Yeah. What's happening? Another attack? There's no one there. It's sinking. We need to run before the ship sinks. Oh, they finally caught up to us. Gardel says we won't escape. I can no longer see my brother in your face. You're just the same as those scum who seek the Genesis. Don't compare me to that trash. It's because of the Genesis that Cielo disappeared. Tarot might have the same fate if it's used here as well. That's why it must be sealed up. Why do you not understand? For Tarot's sake is not a justifiable reason to obtain it. Wait, Thanatos, we also want to protect Tarot. We think that the Church and the Privy Council shouldn't obtain the Genesis. Why don't we just cooperate together? Fine, then let me drag out your brains. I have no need for reincarnators, only their memories. Have you forgotten? You're the ones who destroyed Cielo. As I thought, you're no longer my older brother. Hypnos, you've never realized Tarot's magnificence. I see you're still the same foolish child you were before. I'll slaughter all of you. Why not start with yourself then? You're a reincarnated as well. Don't compare me to that. I'm the real Thanatos. I remained here in Tarot, continuing to love and protect it. That cannot be. Then you must be a god. I knew he wasn't your run-of-the-mill reincarnator, but who would have thought that he was a god this whole time? Ha ha ha, I won't hold back, scum. Ya mama. Well, let's see if we can update some abilities. Damn, those are expensive. That's probably the last one I can afford. Yup. She doesn't have a lot of good skills. That's actually useful. The rest we can just pick up some random crap. That's not gonna go very far, is it? Tell I haven't opened this menu in a while. He still has 70 points. Yeesh, all of her stuff is ridiculously expensive. Good enough for now. I think she was the only one that got a skill that I actually cared about. Yeah, I don't really use the rest of the party that often, so we'll just go with this. Kinda weird that he was like one of the first bosses in the game. Now he's like back, better than ever. Such rudeness. Oh wow. QQ got. And he went down. We won. Fine, kill me. After I die, I'll be reborn again. No worries. Ricardo says I'm still weak. This trigger has never felt as heavy as it had just then. Ricardo, Gardel's motives align with ours. He might be of help to us, is that not right? Oh, so you pity me, child. What's that sound? Shazam. Flying in the sky? Awesome. What's that thing? It's the same as the one we saw on Naus base. One of my family. What is this nonsense? Gardel, your era comes to an end here. Protect Taro, you say? What's the point of our power if we don't use it to gain influence? You bastard, has the Privy Council bribed you? From now on, Lord Oswald owns Grigori Village. It's time for us to shine. Ricardo says, brother. Did you see that? With this power, we can even kill the gods. I'll end you next. You bastard, I suppose you're fine with being in a coffin. A perfect place for a scum like you. Guess it's time for more fighting. Ricardo says, "Brother!" Alia says, "He already sunk into the sea. We'll never find him." Don't really get it, but was the old man earlier really a bad guy? I'm sure he was a splendid person. After all, Ricardo cared for him. That Gardel, he cared about Taro the same way that we do, but he went about it the wrong way. Ricardo? I can see, Marmot. You're right. Everyone, prepare to disembark. From here on out, we'll be traveling through a battlefield. It won't be a walk in the park. Cue the exceedingly cheery music and the town that looks completely non-violent. Anyways, Ricardo says this is Marmot. It's a neutral town situated between Tenos and Regnum. Because of the past disputes, there's an unwritten rule that this town remains independent. If I recall correctly, isn't it a prosperous trading hub? Correct, because this town is independent, the taxes imposed are not as high, which makes starting one here very easy. If this is a prosperous trading hub, that means there are tons of yummy foods, right? By the way, we might as well stock up on supplies. Our next stop will be the battlefield north of here, so let's take our time preparing. I believe there's a train from Marmot traveling to Tenos. Can we ride it? No. While it's true that there used to be a train, its tracks are obstructed now. Yeah, let's talk about the train we can't ride. Anyways. I'd prefer you hold your condolences, if that's what you came to me for. But your brother was someone you cared about, right? It was my brother that fell for a Terran woman that I cared about. But what he did was considered treason, and we were both demoted from our role as Reapers. Despite that fact, my brother already abandoned his role. So that's the reason you're on the battlefield? Indeed. It's also where I fought Ashura. Don't look at me like that. You don't have to be upset for what your previous incarnation already did. On the contrary, Hypnos was grateful that the great General Ashura was the last man that he fought. Do you hate your brother for betraying Ratio? Well, my brother was already concerned about Cielo's exploitation of Terran souls. I didn't comprehend why he did such a thing, but I don't hate him for it. Does there need to be two of those right there, back to back? They're talking about somebody from the beginning of the game that we already fought. Oh boy. They're just talking about Hermes' unique dialect, which would probably be fine in the context of the Japanese version of this game, but it doesn't make much sense. They just make it sound like she doesn't speak intelligently in this. Oof. I'm just gonna clear these out. There's too many of them. That'll be the world map. That kid says that there's some wetlands around here, which I'm sure will be our next dungeon. found like 3 of 12 of those, so I'm sure I'll be missing a great deal of the story. I feel like the beginning of the game did a really good job establishing the characters, and now it's just like a lot of repeated information. And since the translation loses a lot of the humor that I'm sure was intended, yeah. Translating incoherent nonsense is just gonna hurt my vocal cords. How many skits is that for one town? Probably like 12. It gets a little excessive. Alright, we cleared him out, I think. Finally. We should have got a decent amount of style points from the 2 boss fights, so... But a decent amount now is basically used up in like one go, which is crazy to me. They're very stingy with the AP or SP or whatever it is in this game. Looks like all the stores are on the other side of town. Guess I picked up some items that I never equipped. much innocence. You know. Oh, is that still better than the new stuff? Let's see. Meh. Not really, we can just get rid of it. Do you want to try your hand at the lottery? Why not? Put your hand in this box. Awkwardly pull, or predict what you'll get and pull. Aw, unlucky. This is a merchant town. Oh shit. I guess this is the train station they were talking about earlier that no longer runs. Who are you, Jumpy McRun-Run? Stop, police! I'm here to escort you to Sexy Town. If you're not careful, you'll bump into someone. Everyone here is very fast. You're the only dickhead doing this. Who's this hoe? Hey you want to build a school, right? How did you know that? It was a lucky guess. I never thought I'd meet someone like that here. I'm a member of a company that wants to popularize a uniform design. When you start your school, you should buy stuff from us. Here is a sample. Ooh, it's cute. Is it comfortable? Yeah. It is expensive, though. Not all the students are going to be rich and able to afford it. I should redesign it while considering that. Anyways, we got a free outfit. So, you might get equipment from the lottery, I guess. I'm sure it'd be obsolete quickly enough anyway, so there's really no point dicking around with that. Welcome to home, creepo. Apparently the new side effect in the dungeon is terror, and she gave us a free terror bottle. How aptly named. Here's the Wonder Chef. He's gonna give me a free recipe and some free food. A marsh is a pain in the ass to walk through. No shit. Really. Apparently in this country, a lot of different kinds of people speak a lot of different kinds of languages. We're on break. Go to the store on the left if you want something. Ha ha ha. Anyways, it's about to start snowing. I'm developing something cool, but I don't have anything right now. Come back later. The only thing I like to come on is all over your face. Saw that coming, did you? Anyways, we have to go to the marsh. Something Genesis. bunch of annoying skits I don't care about. I was hoping the Wandering Arena would be over here with some new challenges. Just got bored. Got hit by that board. Kind of a shame that there's really no purpose to exploring the world map other than to just go from point A to point B. I could have put treasure chests or like something. Nope, that's not what they went with in this game. Oh, this place sucks. Yeah, no shit. It's a marsh. Shocker. The corpses attacked us. I wonder what sort of place this is. Obviously, it's a shithole. Some Tales games do it better than others. This game has very one-note characters and a pretty straightforward plot. Most of it's just like, oh, everybody has amnesia about their reincarnated selves, and we're on a quest to find our memories so that we can figure out what the fuck we're supposed to do. It's kind of not terribly inventive. Uh-oh. I'm here to stab you bitches. Oh yeah, they just forgot everything because they all have Guardian Forces jammed in their brains. They take too many megabytes out of their storage capacity or some shit. That game's plot is like somebody took a shit in your brain. It's fucking terrible. Plus all these witches, like... They're like, oh, now the story's about witches in the middle of the story for like no reason. Just... This witch went to, your mom's house. This one went to the moon. This one was your mommy all along. Like, now Renoa's a witch too, because she drank the other witch? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. Magic is consumable. One of the worst things ever. Yeah, the butch with lesbian witch. I don't know. Witches got problems, I guess. Just like normal people. Witches be bitchin'. Bitches be witchin'. But basically Angie's entire character is just titty jokes. She keeps giving people hugs and she's like, oh my god, look, your titties are gigantic. I'm like, classy. Classy. And then I looked up the age for these characters and most of them are like between age 12 and 15. So it's just like... Namco was definitely into that pedo stuff. They love it, kids. No, I mean they actually love kids. Like, they love it. You little fuck. Think you can come up to me? Yeah. I put both of those pictures up on my thumbnails on YouTube. I thought they were funny. Alright, you need to turn off your useless shitty spells that take 8.5 hours to cast. And you should start shooting stuff with your guns again. Basically every time she casts a spell it misses. I'm like, good god, man. Good god. Yeah, I know. Ricardo's 27 and everybody else in that picture is like 15 years old. It's like, oh man. Actually, Spada is 17. But all of them are illegal in their own way. Maybe this isn't the right way. Let's go get that item. What is this? Dark Souls? We got a bunch of poison swamps. Is that you, Miyazaki? Did you somehow get yourself in this game? Actually, that's not far off, because most of the people in this game are reincarnated from other people. And there are people that are like thousands of years old, but they're in the body of a child. Motherfucker. Mission. Kill the fucking idiots. The girl with the spear is 18. The redhead and the silver-haired guy are both 15. Ricardo's 27. If I can't have it, no one will. Drop it in the swamp. Well, it's really bad because Ricardo is like talking about the 12-year-old girl, like kind of in a sexy way, and it was like, oh Namco, oh Namco, that's too spicy for me. I mean, their mascot is a cum-guzzling yellow head that's been disembodied, so you know they into that freaky shit. They didn't even bother with like one of these characters. Her name is QQ. She's just like in a bikini for the whole game, and she doesn't speak this language, but she joins us anyway for like basically no reason, which is just kind of like hilarious. Hi QQ, what a cute name. I didn't realize Gao was trying to molest little girls in Final Fantasy VI, but I wouldn't put it past Square to throw some shit like that in there. But yeah, like, they, called, like, events in this game actual fan service, and I was like, okay. It's just fan service. We're not pedophiles. Give a shit. Why do they need to, like, oh, bridge snapped, oh, let's all suck each other's dicks. It would honestly be nice to replay this game with a proper translation, though. And if they, like, replace the battle system with one of the new Tales games, that would be mighty fine. Meh, whatever. I think I missed a skit while I was walking over that bridge. It was probably just gonna be like, are you seriously dumb enough to walk over another one of these bridges, you fucking asshole? It's kind of hilarious, because like, the very beginning of this game, every time you turn the game on, a different character will tell you about, like, different laws in Japan that you're breaking if you distributed this video game over the internet. Like, all 8 of the main characters to, like, try and guilt you into not, like... Because Namco probably knew they were gonna never localize this shit. So, they're just, like, guilt-tripping you before you play it. They're like... We know eventually, one day, some fans are gonna fucking translate one of the few games that hasn't been localized. But if you play it, you're a scumbag. I'm like, yeah, I also don't live in Japan, so I highly doubt that your laws impact me, so go fuck yourself. It's kind of hilarious. Oh, it's copywritten. Yeah, that stopped everybody from stealing music in movies, too. Like those old 90s commercials. You wouldn't steal a movie, would you? Then why would you pirate one, you filthy whore? Paid for by people that are so rich that you can never comprehend it. Also, give us more of your money, dickhead. So hilarious. I think I told you the last time you popped on the stream, this game has, like, It's kind of critical of guns and gun ownership and
みんな油断するなよ
also Christianity. It's zombie time. I call him Blobby because he is a blob. Believe it or not, this is not the first purple blob boss we fought in this game either. Spada questions the blob. He wants to know, what are you? Hermana says, ew, creepy. Angie says, there's no such thing. Ilya says, get a hold of yourself. Here it comes, all over your face. Yay. You motherfucker. Taste a 15-year-old's flaming sword. Whatever that is no longer of this planet. Lord Orifel, please save me. Angie says, you are. Angie, get back, it's still moving. It's fine. Don't lay a hand on him. It's dark. This isn't Cielo, is it? Did I die? Why are humans in Cielo? They were all banished. My body, where is it gone? Those census scum. Census? Were these people reincarnators? It appears that the souls of them died and were discarded here. But why? The reincarnators should have been put back into Tarot by now, that there are no more Reapers to collect their souls. My brothers from Ratio, all of you have fought valiantly, and may your afterlife be spent in the light of peace. Oh, Lord Orifel. Apparently this blob needs to have a personality. Anyways, meanwhile, elsewhere, a Senate member says, it seems our leader, Celestial Himmel, has been corrupted. At this point, we shall be turned over to census. That teacher, Orifel, was too lax. It's about time that we execute that student of his. Right now, the Celestial is one of Ratio's pillars. Should we execute him, word of his execution will easily reach census's ears. God damn, that's an annoying sentence to say. Then, let us confine him for now and delay his execution until the time is right. Indeed, a fine decision. Orifel says, Lord Himmel. Who in the fuck is this? I am not wrong, am I, Orifel? That Cielo is made up of sacrifices from Tarot. At this rate, Ratio's future will no longer exist. As you said, I, too, will be defecting to Lord Ashura's side from this point on. Even though I may be powerless, I'll do my utmost best to save. Himmel cuts him off and says, if you do that, you'll be viewed as a traitor. I don't want that to happen. Orifel says, your life is at stake. Such a thing is more important than what people think of me. I promise you, I'll take Ashura's army and save you. Until then, please wait. I'm sorry, Orifel. Why didn't he just take him right then and there? I'll always be waiting for you. I know you'll never betray me. Angie says, Himmel. Angie, are you alright? It's nothing. Oh soul, may you find the place beyond, a warm and beautiful utopia. Hear this prayer. Save this lost soul. No, this can't be. If these souls can't be saved, then how long will they continue wandering the land?
Lord Orifel, why did you betray? It's cold, so cold. Save me.
Goodbye, Blobby. I'll miss you. Nowhere to go, they will still continue to roam the land. The souls are scattered away. Why would this happen? Perhaps it's because Cielo is gone. These souls seem to think that they were in Cielo. Does that mean this land functionally differs from Taro and Cielo? What is the meaning of this? Well, there's no use thinking about stuff like that. Right, let's get going. It seems that I have things I will need to straighten out first. They're unsaved souls, as well as Himmel. Angie is a burdened person. Probably because she's learning that her religion is total bullshit. Anyways. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of hilarious that, like, game companies think that they can fail to localize a game when there's an established franchise in their region, and that people won't inevitably, like, find a way to play it. The front lines have moved further north than I thought. Cool. I'll just follow the gigantic blue dot on the map. Thanks for your sexplanation. I like that snake was somehow guarding in the air while I was stabbing in the back with a fucking sword. Shit's hilarious. Stop over point with sad music. How convenient. It seems that this stopover has begun trading with Marmot. Then let's buy what we need. There's a soldier over there. Good observation. Take care not to stand out too much. Fucking shocker! Who are these Pikachus? You want to talk to that guy over there? Use your sorcerer's ring. Medic! Someone call the medic! Oh my god. Truth be told, he's a bit of an airhead. He's a pain in the ass to deal with. I feel better now. Don't go snitching on me, okay? And he bribes me with an item. That shit's hilarious. I'm the Ishitori master. Oh no. Do I have to, like, actually play this game? Oh no, I lost. Anyways, we got a new recipe. This music is really weird for just like some random encampment. I swear to God, I like just bought equipment, so I think I might just pass this time. Yeah, I think I'll save my money. Not that I really need it for anything else, but... People just be handing out free items randomly when you talk to them. Lovely. Eh, fuck it, I'll just get equipment. It's not that big of a deal. Accessories. Fortnite? Never heard of it. Thought that was a game for 12-year-olds. I just can't fathom the reason anyone would play that game. Like, a bunch of people just parachute into some arena and then they all kill each other. It's the same thing as every other game that's ever been made like that, ever has been and ever will be. And I just always find myself perplexed when one of these games comes out and people are like, "This is the best game I've ever fucking played in my life." I'm like, sounds like you don't have a life. Hi-ya-ya. Oh yeah, I remember why I came to that. We did it, kids. We got new equipment. Twice on one fucking stream. Because I'm rich, bitch. At least in this game I am. I have like... I used to have $250,000. Now I'm down to like 121,000. Fucking broke. Gotta go kill some monsters, which conveniently are all carrying around a big fat wallet filled with cash that this world uses as currency. Seems likely to me. From here on out is a battlefield. Fuck, really? The dangers of a battlefield. Is it that there's a battle happening on there? That would be my guess. My first guess personally, but what do I know? I'm just a fucking bunny rabbit. Yeah, that pretty much is that. I'm not gonna lie. There's a reason it wasn't localized. I mean, you can localize it, like, you can just take out, cover up the, like, 15-year-old girl titties and make them say other words that aren't as akin to, like... I mean, I don't know, it cracks me up, too, because people act like teenagers don't want to go and have sex too, like, in our country, and it's just like, that's like what all the kids want to do. Like, they're curious about it because you've made it mysterious. And they're gonna go try it now because you won't teach them anything about it. So, like, our government, our schools, like, the parents don't want to talk about it, so kids just go figure that shit out on themselves. And then, you know, you just Google sex on your web browser, and the first thing that's gonna pop up is porno. So then they, like, learn from that shit, which is really, like, fucked up, but that's what happens here. And then you've created, like, a bunch of people that are really insecure about sex, that are thinking it's, like, okay for women to, like, choke on their dick and shit. It's just bizarre. Get your ass over here, motherfucker. I'll kill you. Try to run from me. I got them 4 fast motherfucking bunny feet. Tales of Shroda. That still just cracks me up though. Is it Shoda? Shada? Shodakan? Shodakan? I don't know. It's something. Wow. How deeply classic.
Hey, buddy. You wanna get to touch my hair? I'm Uncle Knuckles, and I'm here to give you a fuckle.
Hit combo. Wow. That is just so classy. You'll never get molested because you're so fucking annoying. Jesus. It's kind of messed up that they're fighting these robots with the test tubes on the back. Because one of our party members actually came from one of those robots, so they have to know that they're, like, killing their own kind when they do this. How long is this war gonna last? Compared to Cielo's war, it will be shorter. Whether the stage be Cielo or Terra, as long as a man is placed alongside each other, conflict will arise. But you know, Ashura managed to end the war eventually. He was an awfully good kid, don't you think? It's also thanks to Varitra, Durandal, Inanna, Orifel, and Sakuya. Everyone helped. Right, Ilya? Are you okay? What am I to do? I've decided to betray Ratio in order to be with Asuda, and eventually this war will end. But soon that time will come once Cerberus bestows the Genesis and its power is released. The time when those who were exiled into Terra will return as Asuda wishes. But I want to remain by his side. But at this rate... This has been the whole game, just back and forth. Speculation. Constantly winning battles has become a chore, but as a commander, I must win. I yearn for the days when I used to fight as a soldier. You look pale, Inanna. Is something wrong? Nothing worrying you about, my lord. I just meant to congratulate you on your victory. Your smile itself is proof of my victory. For that smile, I shall collect hundreds of heads from the Ratio. I am happy as long as I'm with you. What you wish is what I wish for as well. Lord Asuda, when the time comes, I wish to be beside you. That's code for fuck. Anyways, Ilya says, "Are you okay? What's wrong with you? Don't surprise me like that." "Oh, sorry. I thought you were feeling ill again, but it seems you're fine. If it's about my headaches, they stopped, but thank you for checking up on me." Ugh. Then she gets mad. "Why are you such a clingy piece of shit?" "Sorry." She's such a bitch. She has no redeeming characteristics. Was that a memory just now? I'm afraid. Should I really continue this journey? What is a Shota trap? Never heard such terminology. I'm too old. When I Google things, the internet's like, "You've lived a long time without knowing what that is, so we're just gonna not tell you." And I'm like, that's fine. Yippity yip yip yip. That's how she gives them blue balls, kids. Watch out, that Lolita has 2 guns. Kind of hilarious. We just found like a recipe to make like a chocolate souffle or some shit on this battlefield. Can find all sorts of shit on the battlefield, kids. That pussy is so juicy. I wish I could do stuff like that. Have a lot fewer enemies. Actually, the entire population of the world would be in trouble if I could do shit like that. Gotta get that supply and demand down so I can start to be able to afford food again in this goddamn economy. Jesus Christ. What website are you looking at? Laffy set? Isn't he like the ghost of Velvet's brother or some shit? I just found it confusing, because like there's Laffy, and then there's his Moloch, which looks like him but isn't him. And then it's like, oh, they're both alive somehow, magically. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Laffy seems more like an incel to me than a sexual predator, but what do I know about it? I know nothing. How do I get this fucking item? But yeah, I really don't get what's up with like Japanese culture and having like protagonists for games be like such a young age. Like, people of all ages play video games. I feel like video games used to be kind of like seen as something for kids, but it's not really seen that way anymore, I think, in culture at large. So making everyone an 18-year-old just seems weird to me, or a 16-year-old, or whatever age. Insert dubious age here. This game's like, what if everyone was 12 years old and horny? Like, Japan, you have some serious sexual issues you need to get off your chest, I think. Damn it, I want that item. I don't need it, but I will get it. It will belong to me. Since I wasted all my money, it doesn't hurt to get it back by killing all these bozos. Copy and paste this madness from? It's in quotation marks, so I assume it's not your own thoughts. Oh god. That site sounds ridiculous. Funny. Tails incels .net. Oh, those are actually useful. I thought I turned that stupid spell off. How you be using that spell, bitch? She probably just learned a more powerful one. Be learning new skills like every 2 fights. I'm like, I don't have the time to utilize all these various skills. He learned magic too. God damn it. Get out of there. I'm missing another box somewhere up there. just learned Dragon Force. Is she gonna do a 7-minute rock ballad now? That would be fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Damn it, how do I get up there? It'd be great if I could not get in a fight every 1 second. Can I go this way? That's so bizarre. Okay, I think I go this way. Maybe? Alright, I'm gonna assume there's like a boss up here or something. Ha 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 ha. Cielo calls, Tarot summons, men holler, for me to kill them all. Who's there? It's this guy that just won't fucking die. Anyways, good evening everyone, I'm Margaret by the Window's friend, and I'll be your host for tonight. So, you've shown yourself, you bastard. This time Destiny ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm gonna kick your ass. Ruka, say something awesome. Like what? Not that. Something energetic, like, I'll make sure you won't ever show your face here again. Something like that. I won't. He just says exactly what he said. Anyways. You know, the dummy's not used to that kind of stuff. Oh ho, that voice, that smell, and that incredibly flat chest. I remember you. Who are you calling flat? Beat it. If I recall correctly, your name was Ibravimic? I'm Ilya. Playing the straight man sure is tough, whatever that means. And Ilya, despite her complaints, still falls for it. Well, everybody, I've been waiting for you for so long. I couldn't find some strong, hot studs to fight, so I almost died of boredom. Oof. Eins, dos, trois, four. You've brought more people for me to cut down. Thank you, mommy. That frilly guy? What the hell is he saying? I don't understand. There's no need for you to understand. Listen here, we're going to kick your ass. And you are, mister, I don't care what you're saying. Can't you at least choose more soothing words? I'm tired of your nonsense. Looks like the only way to shut you up is to put a bullet through your skull. What a great way to talk about... Oh god, it just cracks me up that the protagonist of this game is 15 years old. Anyways, good job, 98 points for you. I think you should learn from Professor Ricardo about how you should speak, sword boy. On a different topic, it's about time we start. I've been waiting for blood so long. By the way, blood feeding is something like breastfeeding, but with blood. I'll... As you wish, I'll make sure your life ends here and now. This guy wants to drink titty blood. He just turned around for me so I could plunge my big sword in his ass. He likes it. Oh, jeez. Manly Thunderlance. Curse you. I was prepared. I waited so long. I'm so frustrated. Shame that this will be the last time I'll see your ugly face. Time's up. Gotta go. Bye-bye. Once I finish my errand, let's have fun again. Toodaloo! Damn, always fast to run away. I thought I finally managed to defeat him. I wonder what he meant by his errand. Wasn't he talking about Oswald? This guy's definitely plotting something. To sum it up, we'll have to meet him again later. It'll be bad if we don't. That spear-wielding fiend. Did you say something? Oh, nothing. Nothing to worry about. Well, he sure wasted a lot of our time. Let's get out of here. Alrighty. Anyways, I'm gonna call it an episode here. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.